Hi, I'm Barry Laws, CEO of Openrange. We're going to talk a little bit about Benchmade today. Why Benchmade? I mean, it kind of speaks for itself, but we're going to go into a little depth. I'm going to pick out some of my favorite models and we'll have a conversation. See you in a little bit. The reason I like Benchmade is they stand behind their products. They use really good steel. I'll leave the numbers to all you techies that want to look it up. But suffice it to say that I've got two Benchmades and I've never sharpened it with a sharpener. I've used the tool, the little round thing you never use that comes with the knife sets. Basically, I've been told that what happens to an edge is over time, the blade microscopically has little areas where it's just bent one side to the other. And what that steel does when you're going you see chefs do it, is it just pushes those bends back in line. So when I buy a new knife, I never sharpen it. What happens when you sharpen it is when those little things are bent like that, you cut off the bends and you end up with a flat blade, and then you have to work it till it gets sharp again. And most people aren't good enough to do that. So we're going to talk about a little different things that Benchmade offers. They actually offer a pen. This is Damascus steel. So it's a very beautiful steel, and it's actually a pen. Works very well. I've traveled with my pens internationally, and nobody's ever looked at them. The idea is you can use this blunt end as a trauma tool, force tool, whatever, to use it as a little punching thing. And it's also got blood grooves in it, which I guess so if you stick it in, it doesn't get stuck there. The pens themselves, they use those space pens inside them, so they do write upside down, and it's actually a very good pen itself. So something kind of neat from Benchmade. Into the really frilly things, this is their Infidel. I've got one of these as well. This is made out of D2 steel. I know I wasn't going to get techie on you, but D2 is actually tool steel, so it's a very hard, tough steel. All these knives are made for the guys that use them to work with, and if it's military and law enforcement, you can imagine the kind of work they put these into. For civilian usage, they hold up super well. Again, Benchmade's got a great warranty. If anything goes wrong with it, we'll send it back for you and they'll fix it right up and send it. But this is an out the front, very quick. The nice thing about this knife is you can have it in a pocket and you pull it out and your thumb is already in the right position to push this lever forward to make the blade come out. So it's a very quick knife for defense purposes. Another one of my favorites, we call it a Stabby Knife. This is double bladed as well, by the way, the Infidel. But this, when attached to your belt, comes right out very quickly, and you can use this as a thrusting tool. It's a very interesting dagger. The nice thing about this is the grip is so big that it's very easy to find under your clothing. So if you had this set up, for instance, on your belt under some other clothes, it's easy to find, and you just grab it and come up. Also, it doesn't look like anything, it just looks like a tool or something, so it doesn't alert people that you're carrying a knife. One of my real favorites that doesn't get a lot of airplay, but it's called the Emissary. It's a smaller knife, so you're not worried about having anything. A certain blade length is illegal in certain states. So this has a small blade. It has a locking blade if you want. There's a little lock here. But the nice thing about this is it has an assist feature. So very small, very good looking, handsome, but you just barely touch it and the blade comes out. Now, a lot of knife manufacturers have assists, but this one particularly is one of my favorites just because of the lightweight, how small it is, and it still has a very usable blade, and it's very quick. So more of a gentleman knife, I would say, but very, very hardy blade. This is the dressed up to go out version, and this is called their Gentleman Emissary. And I don't know if you can tell, but we might get a picture later, but this has a Damascus steel blade. It has an inlay here, and it's blackened instead of this one's gray. Same knife, basically, but just very well done. And this number, they're all numbered knives. This is number 466, and you get a nice presentation with it, a nice box. And to round up just with some of my favorites is the Tomahawk. This is a tool. I don't know, those of you who do research on different types of fighting methods and different types of tools for fighting would find that the Tomahawk is one of the most sought after and brutal weapons. This one has a pry bar on the end. It's very thick steel, and you can tell this just has a real bad kind of profile here. They don't sharpen it a lot from the factory. You're welcome to sharpen it when you get it, but you can imagine either end of this hitting any part of anybody's body. It's a done deal. These are also really useful if you want to do some light duty chopping and things like that. But again, a real brutal tool, and it comes with a sheath. So you can put this sheath on your molly equipment or whatever, and you just look bad. I mean, come on, who would come after me with this? So we didn't go through everything, didn't want to bore you today, but I just wanted to remind you Benchmade is one of our favorite knife manufacturers. We can buy from anybody, but we buy from Benchmade because of their customer service, the quality of their tools they make, and just the variety that they make that fits into anybody's lifestyle. They've got stuff from hunters, tactical, workmen, EPS, tools for just about everybody, and as you can see, an executive tool as well. So come see them at Openrange. Appreciate it. Take care.